Hello, and welcome to the Xanderverse 2023 first quarter update. As many of you know, I'm an accountant. So that means for the first quarter of the year, I spend most of my time doing taxes. It's a terrible experience. I don't recommend it. If you know an accountant, get them something nice. So I've been knee deep. I can't talk. That's how bad it is. But I've been knee deep in tax returns for a few months now. I've still been able to be productive for Xanderverse this quarter, which is nice. So what I've been primarily focusing on is the Veiled Maze. So here we have a draft cover for it. It's kind of like a prequel novella for the Visions of Bezek. Um, it takes place 2 years before the Visions of Bezek events. And, well, the synopsis is kind of like this. Bezek is known for medical miracles. And this couple, Ruth and Roland, they come to town hopeful that they'll receive the medical attention that they need, that they can't receive anywhere else. But then they start to doubt if they'll ever. Well, really, I can't talk today. It's early. There was a thunderstorm tonight, so it's like 4 in the morning. So forgive me if I'm a little slow. Let's try the synopsis again. Go to Bezek, good medical, very yes. Roland and Ruth are there. They begin to doubt if they'll ever leave, as they glimpse the truth behind the veil of reality. Something like that, at least. Sorry, I screwed that up a little bit. Either way, what you need to know is it's a story about a couple that goes to Bezek for medical attention, and maybe they get it, maybe they don't. Either way, it costs a lot because that's the way the medical field works. So this will be available April 2023. Wait, that's this month. You're right. So it'll be available later this month. And how do you get it, you ask? It'll be available for everyone that subscribes to the mailing list. So if you're on the mailing list already, the Whispers newsletter mailing list, you'll be able to get a copy for free. If you're not on it and you sign up now or later or anytime, it'll be available for you for free there. It might be a while before it shows up on Amazon to purchase. I really want to reward everyone that's on the mailing list and everyone that signs up in the future. Right now, the manuscript's about 80 pages, somewhere around there, about 20,000 words. So it's a pretty good length, about an average novella, and I'm quite happy with it. I think it's a really good story. Should be out here in a couple of weeks, and I'll be sure to send out an update to everybody on the mailing list, and maybe some people not on the mailing list. But if you want a copy, sign up for the mailing list. You can get a copy for free, a whole book for free. It's a good deal. So I've also spent a lot of this quarter being active on TikTok, posting a lot of videos, mostly stuff about my cats. I do a lot of stuff with my writing, but my cats seem to produce more content and more popular content, really, than I can. They're the real stars of the TikTok. However, I do slip some stuff in there about my books occasionally. Here's a sample of what you can find on the TikTok. So we bought a box to put under this shelf, and well, that's where the cats live now. So I call it our cat storage box. As you can see, he's pretty happy in there. But anyways, if you're not on TikTok, that's fine. If you are, you should add me. The name's Xanderverse is on there. I finally broke 200 followers. I'd like to break a bigger number, and I'm getting there. But these things take time. And the cats can only produce so much content each month. So, I do what I can with what I have. I also got my proof copy of the Visions of Bezek for the standard edition. It's coming out this May, which is next month. Holding the proof copy in my hands feels pretty unreal. I've been working on this for about 2 years, and, well, it's strange seeing it in a tangible form. I've been thinking about it for too long, maybe longer than 2 years. But it's nice, and the artwork I did for it, it looks good. Let me see if I can show you a sample here. I think I can. Oh, look at that. It's going to work. So the book's about 350 pages, maybe closer to 400. Um, there's 22 chapters. Each chapter has artwork that opens it. They're based on a tarot card, and each chapter is a short story, really, that tells about a different person in Bezek, and it explains. Together, the stories explain what happens to Bezek and how it disappears from time. There are 3 formats of the book. This is the standard paper edition here, which will be available on Amazon. There's also an ebook that'll be available on Amazon. And there's a hardback, a deluxe hardback, that'll be available on blurb.com. And it has color art and a bunch of behind the scenes content. It looks even more impressive, let me tell you. So here's a video of it. I love the way the color art turned out in it. Of course, this is more expensive than the standard edition, but to me, it appears to be worth it. I bought myself a few copies. But it includes, as you can see, all the art is in color. At the end of the book, it has some extra content, some notes about stuff I left out of the book, some changes that were made, why I made some changes, some extra art, some information that adds to the story. There's a lot of extra stuff, and it's probably got maybe 50 to 100 pages of extra content in it. And it'll be available about the same time as the other versions. And this one won't be on Amazon, though. It's on blurb.com. So this has been another big part of the quarter, trying to get this ready to launch. I'm really just a couple of clicks away from launching it, but May is the date it will release, so I've got to restrain myself until then. It's difficult. I'm pretty excited about it. But again, the prequel was it's a prequel. It sets up the story for the Visions of Bezek. The Veiled Maze does. However, it's not necessary to read one before the other or anything like that. The Veiled Maze just is another story that takes place in the town, and it lays some of the questions that you'll find answered in the Visions of Bezek. But the order you read them doesn't matter. They're each standalone stories. And for the last part of the quarter, I've done a little bit of work on my next project. It's called He's Going to Kill You. As you can tell by the name, it's a sweet and innocent story about dating. It'll be fun, I promise. Anyway, you'll hear more about that next quarter when I really start digging deep into getting that done. I'm hoping to release it in December of this year. We'll see how that goes. I also started playing Resident Evil 4, the remake, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to stop that. It's pretty important to me. I'm enjoying it too much. But anyways, this will be a thriller, suspense, psychological kind of thing. I don't want to go into too much detail about it. And right now, nothing's really set in stone, except for this picture. This picture is set in stone. I might retake it and replace this, but for now, this is the picture on the website. Anyways, more about that next quarter. And that's been my first quarter. It's been about 55 hours of taxes every week and 10 to 20 hours of writing, and somewhere in there I find time to sleep. I don't know. Maybe I haven't been sleeping. Maybe I'm sleeping right now. Anyways, I'll finish this dream before I wake up, I guess, and do more taxes. Actually, in 4 hours, I will be doing taxes. I would like to thank the thunderstorm for waking me up early, but I got to do this, so that's positive. It's about staying focused and applying your time. That's how you get everything done. Anyways, another important event for this quarter. A shout out to my wife who finished her master's program a few days ago. I'm very proud of her. She's wonderful. She's not in the room telling me to say all that at gunpoint. And now we'll close with a quote from the Visions of Bezek. This is one of my favorite quotes. There's a lot of dark and sad content because that's what I wanted to write in the book, but this is a happy thing. So I'm going to read this and we will adjourn for the quarter. Anywho, here's a quote. And I hope you all enjoy my southern accent. The character doesn't necessarily have a southern accent, but I can't get rid of mine, so that's what you get. I get my reading voice. Some water. 1 minute, please. Okay. You see, the beautiful thing about children is that they're like flowers. You were watered with love, and you blossomed into a good person. And hey, that's so very true. You know, children are so easily influenced, and if you give them love and affection, they'll send that right back out into the world for their entire life. There's no better way to live than to put out positive feelings like that. Anyways, hope everybody has a good second quarter. I'll be in again sometime then. Bye, and thanks for listening.